Hey guys, James Buckner here coming to you from a home office here in Cedar Grove, Tennessee. And Cedar Grove is located right in between Nashville and Memphis, Tennessee. And guys, I'm here as a business consultant and a life coach to be able to share with you opportunities to be able to help you build a business or change the strategy within your life that maybe not getting you congruency in where you want to go. So in this video, guys, I want to talk to you about, I see a lot of people, they want to start a home-based business, but they just really don't know the steps in relation to starting a good, solid home-based business and the blueprint on how to do that. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 7 tips or 7 strategies on what you want to do to start a home business or just to start a business. It might be a brick and mortar, but you want to stay tuned because these 7 tips is going to be very essential to you starting a home-based business. So stay tuned, coming right at you. Alright, the first thing you want to do in starting a business, guy, it's going to always be self-evaluation. You got to conduct a self-evaluation to find out exactly, well, why do you want to do a business? You know, do you want to supplement? Do you want to do a long-term business return on your investment? You're just looking for a replacement in your current job? You know, what are your reasons for starting a business? Because if you don't have the passion to stay consistent, stay persistent, once you begin to start that thing, then you'll be like a start and stop. And so you want to definitely evaluate why you want to start a business. Do a self-evaluation. Also, you want to ask yourself, what skills do you have in a business endeavor? If you start a business, what skills do you really have? That's a good question because it takes skills to do anything. All right, next question you may ask on evaluation is this. How much capital do you have to invest? Now, every business desires for you to invest, so definitely you want to know, do you have the capital set aside to invest? And then you might want to use OPM, other people's money. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in depth in one of the other steps. But definitely that's 2 things. And the third thing you might want to ask is this. Question yourself and ask yourself, are you serious and genuine about moving forward? Yes, we really got to make sure if we're really on track and we're genuinely interested in really going forward with a business opportunity, because if we don't know that we don't know, then definitely we won't pursue and be persistent. So that's the next thing we got to do. And then we got to take in consideration this, guys. We got to figure out if we want to do it a part-time to just supplement. And most times people are doing a job, they're already in a job, and they're going to do it part-time to supplement their income. But you got to figure that out on the first end. You want to supplement your income and just do a part-time basis, or if you want to do like Jim Rohn said, part-time work on your fortune, which is your business, and then full-time work on your just making a living. And number 2 thing you want to keep in mind, guys, is this. And oh yeah, you definitely want to do a SWOT analysis. SWOT is just simply SWOT. You got to figure out what your strengths, your weaknesses, the opportunities, and the trials are in you doing a business, because you're only you. You got to figure it out. The second thing is this, guys. Here's a key thing. Know your industry and know your target audience. Now this is key because there's a lot of different industries out there, and there could be industries in health and nutrition, industries in travel, industries in technology. Know what industry you're going to be marketing in, because then you'll know specifically the audience that you're going to be marketing. Then when you figure out what your industry is going to be, then you'll know exactly how to market to that specific target audience. This is very key. Do research to know what the struggles are related to your target audience. Key point, guys, when it comes to knowing your industry and your target audience. If you don't know what your current struggles are of your potential partners or potential target audience is, then when it comes to creating value or content to be able to do I always teach attraction marketing, so stay tuned. We'll talk a little bit about attraction marketing on the end. We're just talking about the 7 ways now that you want to specifically build your business. Number 2 is just knowing your industry and knowing your target audience. And once you know your target audience, it'll help you be able to determine their demand, the supply that's going to be needed to market to them, and to be able to keep them relevantly with the supply of products or services that you're marketing. When you know exactly what their struggles are, know exactly what their challenges are. That's key in the second part of this. Number 3, now when it comes to building a business, you want to be legal. So you want to take the legal approaches to this. You got to determine if you want a corporation, or if you want a limited license liability, or if you want a sole proprietorship. You know, you got to determine the legal aspects of how you're going to position your business. What are you going to be DBA? You're doing business as. When you determine your target audience, you determine your industry, you got to determine exactly what your ideal strategy for building your business is going to be, especially when it comes to the legality of it. So you got to determine if you're going to do a corporation, sole proprietor, LLC, or a partnership. You might want to partner with somebody. If you know that you got a spouse or a significant other that you want to partner with, then definitely you want to be able to put this in the legal aspects to where you get your taxes and all related to the aspects of how you're building your business. All right, that's number 3. Number 4 is this. Very key. A lot of people miss this, guys. Write a vision and a business plan. Write a vision and do a business plan or a roadmap. This is very vital because there's a scripture that I love to go by on this, and it's Habakkuk 2, verse 2 and 3. It says, write the vision and make it plain, that those that see it may run with it. And another scripture in Proverbs 29 says, write without a vision the people perish. So when you got your vision down, you're looking at the roadmap of how you're going to specifically strategize your business, the concepts you're going to use, and exactly what direction you want to go. You got to write a business plan. And a business plan, just you figure out exactly what are your daily plan of actions with your income producing activities. And once you take that financial analysis and you put it in place, you know exactly your business plan of how much money it's going to take for you to do a day-to-day plan to your marketing budget and to the essential tools you need and the essential costs for running a system within the business. That's essential to this particular part. And number 5 is this, guys. You got to get investment. Now, investing is always about you having the money, whether you're doing venture capital, whether you have a financial savings that you had put up, whether you're doing a small business administration loan, or whether you're doing friends and family. You've got to have the income to be able to invest in your business, to get your business solidified and on the ground level to where you can take off running. This is important. That's number 5. And number 6 is this. You got to determine if you're going to be home-based or if you're going to be brick and mortar. Because when you talk about brick and mortar, you're going to have to rent your space and you're going to have to find a locality. And if you're going to do a home-based business, then definitely you're going to have to look at you're going to have to determine if your competitors are doing their business at home or they got a home office, how are they running their business from a home perspective. So that's real important because visibility is important when it comes to your locality. If you're doing a home-based business, then definitely you're going to want a central hub. You're going to want a place to where people can find you on the net, or your community is in a rural area and you're easy to find on GPS, or they can Google you right up, put in the GPS, find you online, find you on Google Pages, somewhere where you can be found. So you got to determine if you're going to be home-based, if you're going to be brick and mortar. The real important thing also, guys, in that sense is knowing the rules within the home-based industry, what you can mark off, what you can write down, and keeping up with the metrics of how much money you're spending in your home office and what the size of the room is that you're using in your home office. Therefore, you can write off your taxes based on the amount of space that you're using in your home and your utilities also. But if you're using a local brick and mortar locality, then you definitely want to have the state and the local federal rules and the city rules of what's required within the space of that office or that locality. So that's number 6. And last but not least, guys, it's very important. Got to get this in also. Trial and error. Guys, be ready for trial and error. So you got to be ready, willing, and knowing that you're going to have trials, you're going to have error, and definitely you're going to have to be creative. You're going to have to be able to know that once you fail, you learn from your mistakes, you master the concepts at work. That's important. But you got to be creative. You got to have an open mind and know that if you fail forward. Because if you fall forward, you'll always learn from what you've done. You take note, and history won't repeat itself. Trial and error is the biggest essence of your business. That determines whether you stay in the business long enough. Statistics says that most businesses fail within 1 to 5 years. They fail and they're out of business. So definitely take these steps in order, apply them, and you really work at your essentials and learn these, develop these, you win in the industry of your own business. Guys, this is James Buckley. I hope you found value in this video. If you found value, guys, like, share, comment, bookmark this if you're here on my blog. Come back and watch it again. Read the article below. Make sure if you're here on my video channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and also if you on my Facebook page, go ahead and like that page. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, guys. Always giving you strategies, tips, concepts, and personal development to build you, your brand, and to solidify you online to be able to create the income and the future for you and your family. Click on the link in the description or somewhere in the scope of this video. Click on, grab your free training, guys. Always be willing to set you apart from the next market. James Buckley, guys. Take care. God bless. See you on the inside. Bye for now.